but it was the heartbeat of our team that created.
Welcome back to our ongoing series, What is Real Community Banking?
Yeah, and today we're talking about bringing community back to banking. I'm Charles, serving as President and CEO of Table Rock Community Bank.
And I'm Shannon, the Community Impact Officer. So Charles, what does community banking mean to you, and what is different about our approach to that?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good question. There's probably so much to unpack in just that question, but community banking and what it means to us is what I think is very simple. How do we serve our communities? How do we do it with local team members who have knowledge of the communities, who are passionate about organizations, they're passionate about areas they serve, whether it's loans, deposits within the bank. And overall, what I say that makes us different is our team, the culture of our company, the principles that we value. Our team members are the heartbeat of the organization. And ultimately, the way they serve our communities and the organizations they participate in makes it different than the other organizations that we compete with.
Yeah, and I think you really touched on something there. I think back and remember a couple years ago, we were having some really deep conversations, really doing some soul searching about who we are and who we wanted to be, and even sent out a survey to all our team members within the bank to talk about what was important to them. And that overarching theme that kept coming back was community and serving. And I think it just really shows that it is culture driven. It is something that is at the heart of every team member that we have, to be out there in the community, roll up your sleeves and really serve.
Yeah, I remember that survey so well. We talk about it all the time, almost with anybody that we onboard. I always like to say we took out that survey and put it in like a KitchenAid and mixed it all up, and then kind of out became our culture, but it was the heartbeat of our team that created the principles that we value today.
Yes, absolutely. One of the things I love about our culture is it really does drive the decisions that we make. A good example of that is just the other day, we were setting up a meeting internally within the bank. And as we were trying to get everybody's schedule to come together, one of the things that came up is one of our branch managers said, hey, I can't make that meeting because I'm using my serve hours. I'm serving at one of the local or nonprofit organizations here. And that took priority over that meeting that we were having internally. It really does take precedence over, what we're doing as a bank.
Yeah, and as we've expanded and talked about culture, those serve hours that we do, the volunteer hours, we allot so many for team members and encourage them to participate that even during the workday.
Yes.
So it's important that they're part of the community.
Yes.
So Shannon, it's we've been growing a lot, we've been having a lot of success, and in that growth comes change. And so you took on the role of Community Impact Officer, which is awesome. I love that role for you, and you do a great job at it. And so one question is, how does a community bank make an impact on its community?
Yeah, this role has been something that is just really my heart. It's something I'm very passionate about. And, I think to me, having a organization that really just gets in and rolls up their sleeves and does the work, we partner with, we get alongside those organizations that are already making an impact in our community, and we just dive in and help them. It's more than just, putting out investment into sponsorships. It's more than writing a check. It's really about what can we do to support them? What can we do from our team members getting out there and using their serve hours to help them out? Or if it's just us getting out there and helping promote an event that they have coming up. Really, every decision that we make is driven by how is that going to impact our community, whether it's a loan, a deposit, or we're supporting an event within the community. It's really all about how is this going to help our community?
Absolutely.
How is this going to make our community stronger and help those around us?
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes I even think like in profit and not-for-profit, right? Like
yes.
You're partnering with organizations that are supporting our community, whether it is through, giving hours and maybe that's aligning through local knowledge and wisdom of just being part of the community and knowing the different aspects of opportunities through different programs, whether it's through lending, deposits, and different facets of the bank that we get knowledge to. And so we try to help support the community and expanding and giving that knowledge to the community.
Yeah. And it's definitely more than just supporting nonprofits. I think a lot of times that's what we think about.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that our mind goes to is, we're going to help donate some money to this local nonprofit, but it can be anything from a small business to a chamber of commerce, to a food bank in the area. There's a lot of different facets to it, and because it takes a lot to make up a community. A community is not just the businesses, it's not just the nonprofits, it's not even just the individuals. It's all of it together, working together to support each other. And without that support, communities quickly fall apart, and that's our goal, is to make sure we're building everyone up.
Yeah, and one thing I love about the markets that we serve is those economic development entities do a great job of coordinating and aligning to make the Ozarks as a whole better.
Yeah.
They do a great job.
Absolutely, and I think that's important to point out and to note, is that a lot of times you do see, because our footprint, or at least a large portion of it, is in a more rural area or some of the smaller towns in the local Ozarks area, that's really where you can see the impact a lot of times the most. You really can have a larger impact in those communities, and it's such an important thing to really be making sure that you're looking for every opportunity and the best opportunities to make that impact.
Yeah.
I think when you think about the banking aspect of community banking, one of the important things is making sure that you keep the dollars local.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm going to go back just a little bit, because when I went to school here locally and was going and getting my economics degree, I remember thinking about all the terminology. They used to call it velocity of the dollar.
Right.
And it's always kind of stayed with me, right, is the importance of those dollars staying local. And so I started in community banking, and my journey in my career has been in community banking. It's been super important. It's been a passion that, as we're doing business with small business owners, we're the heartbeat of a community.
Yes.
The local community banks are heartbeats of the community. Local non-for-profits are a heartbeat of community. There's so many aspects of how everybody aligns together to maintain the health of the community, to grow the community. And so things as simple as, when customers bank with us, team members are joining us, those dollars are all staying local as a whole. Customers, ownership, team members, and those dollars expand through grocery stores, through gas stations. It grows our tax revenue base here locally. And so it's always been important to maintain the local ownership aspect of community banking, serve the small business owner, and serve the customer. And that will be through technology, long-term investments that we're doing right now, long-term investments we've already invested in, to drive financial tools, whether it's for the small business owners, whether it's for the individual level through budgeting and different things to make their lives successful. And ultimately, what we're doing is, when we're driving that value to all aspects of our community, like I said, not-for-profits, small business owners, the local residents, we're leaving a legacy. We're building on that legacy for families. Those families are then buying homes, they're upgrading homes, they're investing in small businesses, they're investing in stocks, they're doing all the things that we're trying to help them do long term. And so that's always been a huge passion, is how do we promote the financial growth of our community? And I think we're doing that. I think we're doing it right now. Yeah.
And investing in financial wellness is in the same, just getting out of the community and helping people learn how to budget, maybe going to the local community center and doing a financial literacy class. Those types of things just make our community healthier as a whole.
Maybe you could expand on that even further about the relationships and the impact on the community, and what does that mean to you and to us as a bank?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Part of leaving that lasting legacy is the relationships and building the relationships with the people in the community, getting to know them by name, know their stories, know what their dreams and hopes are. And it's that connection that we have with our customers that makes Table Rock Community Bank so special.
Absolutely. I love that. We've got such a great team. The things our team does day in. I mean, we meet on Friday mornings routinely.
Yes.
And I love bragging on our team because of the impact that we're making on the community and the things that we're doing to leave a legacy in our community. So I love that. Thank you again for joining us, Real Community Banking. We look forward to seeing you in our branches and just getting to know a little bit more about you.